The Maryland Public Information Act allows citizens to review government documents to help hold their government accountable. But actually getting the records can be a daunting task with plenty of denials, even for organizations who request records for a living. In fact, here now to tell us more about the struggle for public information, CEO and founder of OpenTheBooks.com, Adam Andrzejewski. Good morning, Adam.
It's great to be here, Tom. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, sure. You do this basically for a living. You look through, open the books, and you look through the records, and you just kind of find out, keeping governments in check all around the country. Tell us about Open the Books requests, organizations that you filed this year, specifically around the Baltimore.
Yeah, so we filed 13 requests with the city and with Baltimore City Public Schools. And we're 1 for 13 since the start of the year. Look, there's a war on transparency going on at the city level, the school level, and we're not happy about it at all. Tom, last year, my organization at OpenTheBooks.com, we filed 55,000 open records requests. We've never had such a poor track record run as right there in the city of Baltimore and within the Baltimore City Public Schools.
Can you tell, I don't think a lot of people realize what it takes. I mean, you're supposed to fill out a form and you send it off. You think that should be it for Open the Books, for a Public Information Act. That's supposed to be how it goes. But why do they keep denying you or just not even responding?
Yeah, so they're using this personnel exemption of records loophole in the NPIA Open Records Sunshine Law to deny requests. So, for example, we want to know the paid administrative leave both at the city and at the schools, and it's being rejected underneath this personnel exemption. A personnel exemption exists so for instance, when employees are rated, when they're ranked, when they're given reviews, those reviews aren't public. It falls underneath that exemption. Okay. But for rank and file financial information, where taxpayers are literally on the hook for millions of dollars worth of taxpayer liability, they're rejecting these requests. It's a war on transparency. They don't want to show us, for example, who's paid to stay home, who at the city level and in the public schools were paid to stay home because they're being investigated, and how many thousands of dollars were paid out on that basis.
Adam, was there a difference, though, when you request from the city or from Baltimore City's public schools?
Yeah, so the schools actually said on paid to stay home on administrative leave that there were 81 employees, but they won't tell on a taxpayer dollars in play. They won't say who the employees were, and they won't say how much each individual employee received at home. And look, all the financial information in the public schools should be transparent, because what you have is 10% of fourth graders reading at grade level, right, and only 15% of eighth graders reading at grade level. So you have to follow the money. The real question is whether these students are, whether they should even go to school at all.
Well, and then just to bring in the Kerwin, too, to be able to base something, if you got the public records from one year and then we have the billions of dollars going into Kerwin, you should be able to go back and look at the records and compare them, but that's going to be difficult, too. Adam, I know it's frustrating for you, but we really appreciate your organization, and you continue to do this, not only for Baltimore, but all across the country.
Well, thank you, Tom.
Sure.